Welcome, everyone. Thank you to all of the families, students, faculty, and staff who are joining us via our live stream. As members of our community, you are all witnesses to this year's matriculation ceremony. And a special welcome to our initiates, our ninth grade students, class of 2024, as they stand at the beginning of their high school careers. Rites of passage in initiations consist of 3 stages: separation, transition, and return. About 6 weeks ago, you all crossed a threshold. You began to separate from your childhood selves as you entered high school. Today, we are lucky enough to be together to mark the stage of your transition among a cycle of nature's transitioning, a time of changing weather, falling leaves, and gathering harvests. Some of you may be asking why you're here. This is because much of the mainstream culture in the United States lacks initiation and regular community-wide recognition of individual development. Many people don't know where they are nor where they're going, but not you. Today's ceremony recognizes where you are on your individual and collective journeys. In many cultures, after a person completes an initiation and returns home to the community, they are treated differently because they are no longer the same person. When you each return back across the threshold today, you will not be the same. You will have new sweatshirts, yes, but you will also be leaving something behind, an idea, a symbol, a way of being or way of thinking that served you during your childhood and throughout middle school. You will not be taking this with you. This letting go is a way to make room for a new way of being in your next stage of life, to make space for new ideas not yet thought, relationships not yet developed, and art not yet created. At Grower, we see who you are and recognize these changes taking place within you. Through this mirroring, we hope that you will also begin to see yourselves in a new way. And while this all may not make sense today, we trust that seeds are being planted, seeds that will grow into a new harvest when the time is right. Before we move forward to the future, I will now call up Cooper Branch, who will share some original words about the past.
We came from all over to this one place, and I wonder why or how it all happened. We looked like rats back then, one would say, even though it only felt like days ago. We were young, we were new, and had so much to learn. We still do, we still are. But middle school, you sure were a time. It started with the pool party at Kendall's house. Looking back at our first impressions, you can't help but laugh. Oh, they must be mean. Those two seem close. Wow, they're pretty. But when school actually started and Liliana Tang didn't recognize a person since she wasn't wearing her glasses at the party, we knew we were off to a great start. Marin, that was a fun trip. I lost a volleyball in the water and found it again, all while panicking because I was afraid of Aaron back then. But I made friends and memories in my room of four. Mimi's Spanish rotation. That was a hilarious experience, to say the least. We'd get chased around the classroom while Mimi had a marker in hand ready to throw it. You'd wonder when we learned, but I can tell you, I can speak some Spanish and dodge even better. We all made so many memories back then, and I know that I found love in many different places, from friends to crushes to even within. Though we had and have our troubles, our arguments, our drama, I could see the make of our hectic little family. 8th grade. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who liked that year. It was stressful, tiring, and filled with change. But we knew each other and helped one another through. May that be with mental health, a science fair, or some eating spiders in the showers at Pally. We made it through ups and downs, heartbreaks and fights, the disappointment of not being able to stay in a hotel in DC or go to a one team concert. And now we've come to this special place where we still have no idea what we're doing, but that's okay. So, COVID, mistakes, and time, we've got nothing on my family. To new and old members, we made it through middle school, discovered new and pursued old passions. We went to book off, expeditions, concerts, and more. And in all of these places, we left a little bit of what makes us who we are, even if we don't know it yet. So, whatever the future might hold, Our past has made us ready for it. We've made it, and we're gonna make it. So to our beautiful middle school selves, who may or may not have wrote K-pop idols and groups on Paige's whiteboard, I thank you. But we're ready to be who we want to be and need to be at this very moment.
Thank you, Cooper. And next, I will call up Avia Afra to reflect on where you all are now.
Hi everyone, congratulations, we made it to high school. These next 4 years are an opportunity to build lasting friendships, pursue our passions while discovering new ones. It gives us a chance to shape who we are and better understand what we value. My message for you today is to do what you love, believe in yourself, persevere, and never be afraid of failure. We should push ourselves to take risks and never quit, because to improve in this world, we have to have the guts to fail. If you love writing, write a poem or a book. Don't be afraid that people won't accept your voice and what you have to say. Spend time with friends and family you love and be your authentic self. Be your 100% silly and amazing you. Don't worry what others think or if they judge you. Nothing you do in life is a failure. It's just a lesson learned and a chance to grow. As Denzel Washington once said, everybody here today has the training and the talent to succeed. But do you have the guts to fail? While it might be frightening, it will also be rewarding. Because the chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, that's what's going to define you. You only live once, so do what you feel passionate about, take chances. Don't just aspire to make a living, aspire to make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you for those wise words, Via. And now I will call up Dr. Stuart Grower to share some more wise words in honor of this year's matriculation ceremony.
No wiser than the two young people we just heard from. Those were beautiful speeches, and I'd love to get a copy of both of them. I'm going to talk a little bit about these same topics and also about great books and literature. And I'm going to ask a few questions, such as, how can you discover your true calling? And what's your journey going to be like? Because we create our own journeys. The outer journey, where we go and where we travel. And in fact, on your graduation day, you're going to see the program, and it's going to say these words on them. Life is an expedition. So that expedition starts for you today. And we also have powerful imaginations, our inner journey. You're already on that journey. Yesterday, I asked the seniors who had their ceremony 4 years ago what to tell you today. And they told me this: it goes by a lot faster than you think. Don't take the security of being a child for granted. Yesterday I was standing up with a new hoodie. Now I'm making decisions for life. Along with that, they told me, stand by the people in your class. They'll be right there standing with you at the end of this journey through a lot of changes. Joseph Campbell studied the hero's journey for millennia, thousands of years of heroes, and he found that the journey is not place-based. It really starts inside. There are doors to open inside yourself. Without those doors, no journey matters. The doors have names: creativity, courage, resourcefulness. There are other doors named things like boredom, fear, follower. And there are a great many doors you don't even see. And when others see them, you look over there and think, and you wake up a little more. Doors open that you never knew were there, that you didn't have names for yet. Today is a door. What will you name it? What makes you feel alive? And are you worried or fearful to go for that aliveness, that your friends aren't taking that door, that your parents might not approve of it. Somebody says it might not lead to college, or you won't get an A if you do it that way. Somehow, the courageous among us get past all that to another door called freedom. That's the real door. Courageous can tell you when something is right. This is my path. They stick to that thing no matter what, for as long as it takes to get it right. So many people live with the herd, trapped, shut down, victim, lost in a matrix of predictable outcomes. Should is their drumbeat. You get lost, you get stuck, and then you take to the geniuses of past times. That's the time to hear Rumi when he says, I want to sing like the birds sing, not worrying who listens or what they think. Those are the times to hear another lost seeker who says, you'll find that you're not the first person who was ever confused and frightened by human behavior. You're by no means alone. You'll be excited and stimulated to know many have been just as troubled as you are right now. Happily, some of them kept records of their troubles. You'll learn from them if you want to. Of course, it's Holden Caulfield telling you, read the greats, read the great authors, the great wisdom when you're stuck. Open those pages. You'll be astonished at how quickly wisdom from the outside comes flowing into your own inner door. That's what education is. That's what it does. No, you're not trapped. After all, you have a choice. There's always wisdom for the trapped. Open the book, write the poem, call the mentor, work really hard, keep working hard, and you'll come around. Anais Nin said, and the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. Here the poet is describing the experience of being really alive. This is the hero's journey. You go out there, you face fear, you get stuck, you keep going. Your first efforts seem terrible. You keep at them. Somebody says something hurtful, or the fear inside you won't shut up. And you push through the scary or the hard or the challenging until one day you know it's there. You've got this thing. This is your calling. This is your seed sprouting. You're becoming the hero of your own story. Your life is the fruit of your own doing, is how Joseph Campbell put it. Some of you will hear the call to adventure, and this starts your separation. You are independent. What will you do with this wild life? That call is your real matriculation, and you answer that call. Or you don't hear the call. Maybe you'll miss it. It's not like a trumpet. The luckiest among you will hear it. I'm responsible for this adventure. This is my adventure. I need to try things. Know this. School is not here to control me or make me dependent or tell me what to do. I'm done with primary education. I'm literate. Now is the time for my independence. Sure, your old life was lovely and warm, and it has no more use. You're transforming. Most years, I like to find other ceremonies in which cultures provide experiences to youth exactly your age who are coming of age. Maasai children your age sent out to hunt their first lion. I've seen them with their spears. Jewish boys and girls memorizing long ancient tracts and reciting them before all their peers. In a Brazilian rainforest, boys put on gloves with stinging ants and endure pain when they're your age. Inuit boys come of age when they go out into the wilderness with their fathers to test their hunting skills and acclimatize to the harsh Arctic weather. In a vision quest, Many Native American tribes would send their young men off into the wilds for several days during a time of intense fasting to come back and find direction in their lives. In the famous walkabout, Aboriginal tribes of Australia send their young men into the wilderness for up to 6 months to test whether they're ready to become men. The boys have to survive unassisted. So now you're getting a sweatshirt. But what if after 4 years your sweatshirt could talk story? What's that story going to be? Every great story tells us our truth. Read those stories when you're stuck. All wise stories are about the same thing, transformation, from where I am into more freedom. The ancient Upanishads said, follow your bliss. The Odyssey says, follow it. Don Quixote says, follow it. Even Catcher in the Rye says, follow that. We want you to have a vision quest, to experience the wild and to face fear with a smile. Welcome to high school. Keep that smile. Your childing is over. This is your new life. This is your ceremony. This is the crossing of barriers on your way to a more fearless life. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Grower. Next, I will ask Lily Tangy to look forward to the future with us.
Hi. As we move forward into our high school years, I found these words from The Curious Case of Benjamin Button inspiring. For what it's worth, it's never too late, too early to be whoever you want to be. There's no time limit. You can stop whenever you want. You can change or stay the same. There are no rules to this thing. We can make the best of it or the worst of it. I hope you make the best of it. I hope you see things that startle you. I hope you feel things you've never felt before. I hope you meet people with a different point of view. I hope that you live a life that you're proud of. And if you find that you're not, I hope you have the strength to start all over again. Here's to reinventing ourselves and discovering new things along the way in high school. Thank you.
Thank you, Lily. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, the presentation of the sweatshirts. So I will ask Principal Dana Ablanup-Diggs to step forward and announce the names while Stuart and I present the sweatshirts.
We always wait until it's about 75 degrees out to give you guys a good sweatshirt, but it's fall nonetheless. So congratulations to our class of 2024. We'll be calling you to the stage in alphabetical order. So first, Avia Afra. Kai Agston. Karina Ahrens. Victoria Ahrens. Sean Barsness. Carson Bauer. Wave at Carson. He's joining us from home. Cooper Branch. Aiden Brinker. Kendall Bristol. Chase Callahan. Jillian Carey. Declan Colvin. Kai Declaremaker. Eli Dyer. Colin Edwards. Talia Fish. Jasper Halterman. Nicholas Hong. Dylan Ignon. Lana Lippy. Gavin McLaughlin. Kira Melcher. Emerson Mace Gilbert. Eliana Matla. Mac Ramber. Charlotte Rosa. Sarai Schofield. Ryan Stockton. Kaylin Stone. Lily Tangy. All right, we get everybody? All right, congratulations to our class of 2024.
Thank you everyone for being here today to celebrate our 9th grade students. This concludes our matriculation ceremony. The students will now return back across the threshold after posing for a drone photo.
Takes me to park distance.
That I'm mean to. Whoa. You're one of the people that I'm
Takes
nice
me to park. I know you miss each other.
Never seen.
One more. Well, because it's now